Back to Kilmallock for the second of these quarter-finals as Ballysteen going to attack. Ballylanders going to attack straight off the bat from the throw. Ono Mahoney opens the score for Ballysteen, or for Ballylanders. Sorry, Matt, and a fast start here.
Yeah, shades of the first game where Noel Callan had a point up in a matter of seconds. An ideal start for Ballylanders and for Ono Mahoney.
We'll give you the team news in a moment here. Changes on both teams. Ballylanders, first of all, Declan O'Connor starts in goals for them. Moss Kelly is at cornerback, Matt, fullback.
Yeah, what I think, it appears to me Shane Fox is out, and it appears to me that the Ballylanders full back line will be Owen Martin, who is named at left full back, will switch to the right corner. Mossy Kelly, who was named in the right corner, will go to full back, and Jason Lee has come in the left corner.
Rest of the Ballylanders team now is Brian O'Connell and Stephen Walsh. Tom O'Dwyer in the half-back line. Midfield sees Liam Martin and Mark O'Connell. Ono Mahoney, as already mentioned, scored that opening point of the game. Kieran Kelly and Danny Froon in the half-forward line. And the full-forward line is Jimmy Barry Murphy, Owen Walsh and Stephen Fox. We'll give you the Ballysteen team as soon as we have it here. Live on Sporting Limerick for the second Senior Football Championship quarter-final as Ballysteen come into attack with Packy Moore. And he's one of those changes. Inside to Danny Neville. Neville now pulled back. Advantage here given by referee John Denez, and Danny Neville has a go. Lays the ball off to Dara Ranahan. Ranahan back inside again to Packy Moore. Moore has a go. It's well stopped on the line there by Declan O'Connor. And Ballylanders come away with the ball. Straight down the line, Matt.
Yeah, I know you'll be giving the team in a second, but what has happened is Pa Ranahan hasn't started and Moore has come in, but here's Danny Froon going through. And Danny Froon sending it over. Another
super score there from Ballylanders, who have settled very fast in this quarter-final game. Danny Froon, as Matt said, with a fantastic score. Has 2 points to no score here after just over 2 minutes played. And just back to Matt now for that Ballysteen team.
Yeah, the Ballysteen team, Conor Ranahan is in goal and he's the captain. The full back line is Conor Enright, Kevin McMahon and Jason Daly. The half back line now is Killian Ferris, Pa Ranahan and John O'Shaughnessy, who comes in instead of Matt O'Mara, who was named to start. Midfield is James O'Mara and Paddy Vaughan. The half forward line is unchanged, Sean Whelan, Mark Ranahan and Willie O'Mara. Morris Summers, who was named at number 13, is not playing. He has been replaced by Dara Ranahan and Danny Neville. Now they gave John O'Shaughnessy gone back into the half-back line. We'll just have to find out who is playing at left corner forward, because John O'Shaughnessy did not come in directly.
Okay, it's Jimmy Barry Murphy to line that free up for Ballylanders here. We'll check that other change for Ballysteen in a moment. It's Murphy from 45 yards. Looks good from here. Hits the post and goes wide. First wide of the game, but Ballylanders have started very, very quickly here.
Ballylanders have really started on the front foot. It's a complete contrast to the last day that they were out when you know they trailed the Piershick for over 50 minutes. Now I'm trying to resolve what is the final lineup there of St. Kieran's, and it looks Ballysteen, sorry, it looks
it's a fantastic score from Ballylanders. They got 3 points. A lovely score from Tom O'Dwyer, cut across the ball from all of nearly 40 metres anyway, and Ballylanders now stretch into a 3 points to no score lead. Have certainly started quicker and settled quicker than Ballysteen, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. What it looks is that Matt O'Mara and John O'Shaughnessy have changed positions. John O'Shaughnessy has gone back in defence. Matt O'Mara has gone up into the attack.
We're up to date now with the team news here as a fantastic catch from Owen Mahoney from the Ballysteen kick out. O'Mahony now looking for movement ahead of him. He gives it long, looking for Jimmy Barry Murphy. Owen Walsh is around him as well, but it's Murphy that wins it. Looks back. It's to Danny Froon. Froon now well blocked down from the Ballysteen defence, and it's flicked away, and away they come with the ball. Ballysteen now with Sean Whelan. He lays it off, and out here on his own is James O'Mara, but it's easily won back here by Liam Martin. Martin back now to Stevie Fox. Fox has the ball back inside to Owen Walsh now, and the big midfielders Mark O'Connell. O'Connell has a strike. That's a fantastic score And Ballylanders go into a 4-point to no score game. Matt utterly dominant here in the opening 5 minutes.
Absolutely, completely dominant, and you must remember that we haven't 5 minutes on the clock yet, and they have been quality scores practically without exception, and we talked about the slow build up and the build up of Monaleen in the previous game. Certainly the build up of Ballylanders so far has been very, very impressive.
Conor ran in to take this kick out now and trying to slow things down a little bit for Ballysteen. It's ran in to kick it. He looks to be going long here, and long he goes. Right bang into the middle, but it's Mark O'Connell's there and he wins it. But it's Ballysteen to come away with possession, and it's James O'Mara on the ball. Ball out onto the right and off they go on the run. Sean Whelan again with the ball outside to Mark Rannan. Mark now. Low ball into Danny Neville. Neville being marked tightly by Moss Kelly, but Neville turns his man. Has the advantage. Has a go with his left foot, and Ballysteen are on the board with a fantastic score from Danny Neville. And Matt O'Callaghan, a fantastic score by Danny Neville that was very, very badly needed.
Very, very badly needed to get him off the mark. They're appearing at this stage for the first time in quite a while, and they needed to settle, and really what they needed was the start that Ballylanders got, but they will be happy now with that response. At least they're off the mark.
Danny Froon wins a free over on the far side, awarded by Jonathan Hayes of St. Senans, today's referee for the second game. We were streaming live here on Sporting Limerick's YouTube channel. Live double headers. Jimmy Barry Murphy has the ball. Tried to be tackled by Conor Enright, but it's Murphy that comes away with it with Danny Froon. Froon with the ball in. It's well defended by the Ballysteen for the back line. And away they come with the ball. Paddy Vaughan with the ball. Gives it back inside, and it's Matt O'Mara that comes away with it in the end for Ballysteen. James O'Mara now with it. Looks Sean Whelan outside here. He gives it in long to Ranahan. Ranahan has it now, but it's Ballylanders come away. Instead, Jonathan Hayes decided to give a free. You see Dara Ranahan there, who won the free. It's John O'Shaughnessy as well, looking for a quick one, but they decide to slow it down, and Mark Ranahan, one of the best free takers around Limerick, to try and reduce the lead to just 2 points.
Yeah, he's consistent, and that's not wanting to put the commentator's curse on him now or anything. You would certainly have to say that it is within his range. Not an easy kick, but a kickable ball.
That's Mark Ranahan lining this up. Ball of 37 or 8 metres. A good strike. It's tail in left though. It's kept in play by Ballylanders, but they come away with the ball. It's Owen Martin who kept that ball in play as Ballylanders launch another attack. Up here towards Stevie Fox, but it's very, very well run by Jason Daly, and then Mark Ranahan. Great ball in from Ranahan. Inside to Willie O'Mara. Shots on. Ball in from Matt O'Mara. Chance here for Danny Neville. Inside to Mark Ranahan. Ranahan still has it. And it's no free. Ballysteen looking for the free. Instead, it's Ballylanders coming away with the ball. It's going to be a throw-in in the end. Referee Jonathan Hayes deciding not to give any free here. And Matt?
Yeah, there seems to be a number 25 on the field for Ballysteen, who is down here as unidentified in the programme, so we have to try and identify who the missing person is.
It's not John O'Shaughnessy.
No, I don't think so.
We'll try and solve that mystery as this first half goes on here in Kilmallock's first half of the Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter-final between Ballylanders and Ballysteen. Ballylanders leading 4 points to 1 after 9 minutes of play. Man down for Ballylanders is Moss Kelly. In fact, it's Danny Froon that's down. Danny chased all the way back to his full back line to snuff out that Ballysteen attack. Back with play, and Jonathan Hayes will be throwing it up. It's Ballysteen to come away with the ball. Looking for a free. It's Conor Ranahan with it. Ranahan's done for over carrying, and it'll be a free out for Ballylanders. That was Dara Ranahan that was blown up for that free. Ballylanders slowing it down. Invariably going short, and he does. And away they come with Stephen Walsh. Walsh gives it inside to Owen O'Mahony, and Owen O'Mahony is off again. Scored the opening point in that after just a few seconds. Brilliant defending though from Ballysteen. And away they come again. Excellent from from Willie O'Mara, but it's Ballylanders with the ball again. It's Mark O'Connell. He's got Denny Froon. Froon has the pace. Beats Killian Ferris. Froon has a go. And that's straight over the bar from Denny Froon. A mistake by Ballysteen in losing the ball around inside their own 65. Matt, and it's punished.
Yeah, punished and well worked by Ballylanders, and a very sublime finish actually by Danny Froon, because he had little space. The angle was difficult, and he just nonchalantly put it over the bar. The missing man, the enigma, has been resolved. It's John O'Shaughnessy wearing number 25.
Thanks very much for that one, Matt, as we sort that mystery out. As Ballylanders come on the attack with Stevie Fox. Back inside to the middle to Kieran Kelly. Kieran Kelly across to Mark O'Connell. O'Connell with a bit of pace. Taking on his opposite midfielder, Paddy Vaughan. It's O'Connell still going. He has the advantage of a free. Jonathan Hayes eventually has to bring it back, and it's going to be a free from a scoreable angle straight in front of the ghost, all of 45 metres for Jimmy Barry Murphy.
It may not be Jimmy Barry Murphy. It'll be interesting. Yeah, Jimmy Barry Murphy is coming out to take it. I'm surprised that possibly it wasn't Donald Mahoney was taking it, because he's an exceptionally good dead ball kicker, and it would certainly be within his range now. Jimmy Barry Murphy can kick him from this distance as well, but Donald Mahoney normally kicks from the ground.
It's going to be Jimmy Barry Murphy from his hands. Straight in front, 44 metres we'll say. We won't argue about that metre. It's Jimmy Barry Murphy, and that's straight over the black spot, Matt. And that's 6 points to 1 lead for Ballylanders, who have started this game like a train.
Yeah, they have, and Michael Fox down there below us will be absolutely delighted with this. When we looked at this game during a break in the first game, that the impact of the performance or the poor performance on the part of Ballylanders against Napirshick was the wake-up call that Ballylanders needed, because they had pretty impressive wins over Drum Broadford and Monaleen, and they really put to the pin of their collar by Napirshick, but they have got lessons from it, and they have driven on.
Brian O'Connell now on the ball here for Ballylanders, looking for a 7 point, and that's another fantastic score from the Ballylanders side that have absolutely started this game like a house on fire. 7 points to 1. It's Brian O'Connell with their latest score, Matt, and just to re-emphasise your point, the last game against Napirshick they struggled. They've beaten Monaleen, they've beaten Drum Broadford. Very impressive performance. We were here again in Kilmallock for that Drum Broadford game where Brian O'Connell was arguably the best player and gave us a fantastic performance. He started well, they've started well.
They've started well, and you're looking at 7 points to 1 after 13 minutes. But very importantly, you're looking at 6 scorers, and you're looking at 6 points from play.
Very impressive. Ballylanders as Danny Neville now tries to reignite this Ballysteen attack. He's won a free. Very clear tactic early on from Ballylanders. Anytime Neville gets the ball, he's being held up. It's going to be a second free from Mark Rannan. Second attempted free. His first one didn't hit the target. He'll be looking from much closer in, to be fair, right on the 14-metre line. He'll take it from the ground again. Badly needed point that Ballysteen need at this early stage. 13 and a half minutes gone. Ballylanders leading 7 points to 1. Rannan should put this one over. Long run up from Mark Rannan, Ballysteen centre forward. Looking to tap this one over. Should be a relatively easy one, and it is. Straight over the bar from Mark Rannan. 7 points to 2, and Matt, as I said, badly needed score for Ballysteen.
Badly needed score, well taken by Mark Rannan. I suppose, at this level there's no easy freeze. That was certainly not the easiest to freeze. It wasn't the most difficult either. But look at the kick out now from Declan O'Connor has found Danny Froon, absolutely perfectly placed.
That's the second time Declan O'Connor has found Danny Froon. Good movement from the Ballysteen players from that long kick out from Declan O'Connor. Kicked it right to the sideline, as you can see, and they've won a free, and it's Matt O'Mara who's in trouble with referee Jonathan Hayes, and it's a yellow card for Matt O'Mara. 14 minutes 20 seconds play. Yellow card was handed out, and Ballylanders will restart with Tom O'Dwyer taking this free. Looks to go relatively short into Owen Walsh now back to Brian O'Connell. O'Connell paces away from Tom O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer does well to stay back with him. O'Connell with this shot, and that's just to the left and wide. A good effort from Brian O'Connell on the run, under decent pressure from Tom O'Dwyer, to be fair. had to go for it, Matt. Very unlucky.
Yeah. He was sort of committed to going for it. He was going at pace, and an opportunity to look up to see what the options were. I don't think there were too many anyway, but it wasn't terribly far off.
The kick out from Conor ran in. His left go over the end line by Tom O'Dwyer, and he'll take this line ball himself. Longish ball in, looking for Matt. It's a lovely offload by Owen Walsh, but Danny Froome looks to have hurt himself. Danny Froome there as Ballysteen come away with the ball with Mark Rannan now to Matt O'Mara going down the right hand side. He has Paddy Vaughan in front of him, opts to give it elsewhere and gives it to William O'Mara, member of the Limerick Senior Hurling Championship winning panel, of course, but now playing football today with Ballysteen. Brought back for a free by Jonathan Hayes. He's calling one of the Ballylanders players. Moss Kelly is called over, who's been brought his attention. Denny Neville must have been something off the ball. It's a yellow card either way from Moss Kelly, Matt.
Yeah, it is. Is it Moss Kelly, or it was Moss Kelly, he said, or was it Stephen Walsh? I think it was Moss Kelly. It's hard to know from here. But it seemed to be off the ball anyway, because that didn't seem to be any particular reason as to why, when the free was given, that somebody should be brandished a yellow card. But he called him from a distance, and it's 7-3 now.
Mark Rannan sends over his second point of the game. 7 points to 3 in favour of Ballylanders after 16 and a half minutes of the second Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter final in Kilmallock today. Earlier on, Monaleen beat St. Kieran's 3-13 to 2-9 against St. Kieran's. A very impressive form from the city side as Mark Rannan takes control again here for Ballysteen. Under pressure from Stevie Fox, but Rannan manages to get away and still going. Mark Rannan managed to offload to midfielder James O'Mara now. Again offloading, it's Willie O'Mara all the way out to this left hand side for Rannan. Dara Rannan now wearing number 24 but starting in the left corner. Dara Rannan with an absolutely stunning score just off the post. In fact, it's wide, just tailed wide at the last second. Great effort from Dara Rannan, very close to being a score man. Looked from here initially, just tailed away just at the last second.
Yeah, just tailed away. I was pretty sure that it was on radar, but there was no doubt. It did tail away at the very, very last minute. Played tricks with him, certainly. It would have been an excellent score.
John O'Shaughnessy winning the ball there to Danny Neville. Now offloads at Neville, coming onto his right hand side. Neville, that looks to be good this occasion. A fantastic score from Danny Neville. And Matt, if Ballysteen are to be successful today, the majority of attacks will have to revolve around Danny Neville.
Yeah, because he has started this game very well. That's his second point. He seems to be in very good form. Danny Neville on form is a joy to watch, and certainly overall, John, you would have to say that the response from Ballysteen is quite good. They've kicked the last 3 points.
As Kieran Kelly takes it on here from Ballysteen. Danny Froone's in a goal for Jasper. Goal for Ballylanders. Just as Matt O'Callaghan was saying, Ballysteen back in the game. Up come Ballylanders. Brilliant move. Danny Froome, fantastic finish.
He has scored excellently. Declan O'Connell has pinpointed him out from two kickouts, at the other end we have Danny Neville. Danny Neville
on to Sean Whelan. Great save, Declan O'Connor, and away comes Owen Martin with the ball for Ballylanders. Great save from Declan O'Connor as Matt was talking there, and it's going to be a free as well here. Good chance of a goal. Great response from Ballysteen nearly, Matt, but fantastic save from Declan O'Connor.
Yeah, fantastic save. I suppose he's one of the most consistent goalkeepers in the business, Declan O'Connor. That was an absolutely fantastic save. I think it was Sean Whelan that was bearing down in goal, and he looked nailed on to score it, but Declan O'Connor, he just timed himself and spread himself at the right time. An excellent save, and on the round of the year, any year for the number of years, and he's been a long time between the sticks. Like he's a crucial figure in the Ballylanders goal, and he makes those saves on a pretty regular basis.
Just notice as well that Ballylanders have made a slight switch. Moss Kelly has been moved off Danny Neville. It's actually Stephen Walsh who's advancing with the ball now. There's been moved on to Danny Neville. Stephen Walsh into Brother Owen. Owen now off to Danny Froon. Froon has played a fantastic game in this opening 20 minutes now, and he's looking for another score. It's Froon once again. It's Froon that puts it straight over the bar, and that's 1-3 for Danny Brown. 1-8 for Ballylanders. 1-8 to 4 points they lead. Ballysteen after 20 and a half minutes of this Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter final, and Matt O'Callaghan. Danny Froon is just impossible to mark at this stage.
Yeah, he's the Midas touch this afternoon. Anyway, anything he turns to is turning to goal. Like he has a goal and 3 points scored, but his overall contribution, he's causing all sorts of problems when he gets on the ball. And of course, he has pace, and certainly. Ballysteen have to find a way of counteracting him, or certainly reducing his influence to some degree, or if not, they're going to be in right trouble.
As Matt was speaking there, Ballysteen launching an attack with Dara Rannan finding Danny Neville. Again, Neville is fouled, and it's another booking for, and it looks to be Stephen Walsh on this occasion, so it must have been Moss Kelly in the first instance that was booked, Matt. But it's going to be another handy enough free here for Mark Rannan right in front. 14 metres out. You'd imagine he'll tap this one over, Matt, with relative ease.
Yeah, I would imagine so, and it would be the sensible thing to do to stay in touch. Try nothing fancy. Just quite happy to tap it over the bar.
An easy free for Mark Rannan. His third of the game, and it's 1-8 to 5 points in favour of Ballylanders after 22 minutes of this Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter final here in Kilmallock. Ballylanders goal just coming a couple of minutes ago from the very impressive Danny Froon as Owen O'Mahony wins this kick out for Ballylanders. To Liam Martin. And Owen O'Mahony again, long ball in, looking for Owen Walsh. Walsh takes control, lined up by Kevin McBain of Ballysteen, but Walsh with a flick side to Kieran Kelly. Kelly now trying to use his pace, taking on the Ballysteen defence. He has a go, does Kelly. And that's a fantastic score by Kieran Kelly, high. And Ballylanders again, Matt, just taking control, pushing it forward again.
Yeah, and I suppose from a perfect, it was a perfect response from a Ballylanders point of view to the concession of the free and the point there at that end. It's actually frustrating for Ballysteen at this point, because you'd have to say after going they went down 4 points within 5 minutes. Like they've had a decent response, but they find themselves now behind by 7 points. Like, and they have a lot of work to do to get back into this game, because Ballylanders are on top in a number of vital positions. All right, when Ballysteen get it up to the other end, Danny Neville is capable of causing problems, but the question is, will they get it up often enough to him? William O'Mara, now better known of course with the Limerick Senior Hurling team, he seems to be gone in full forward at this stage. But you know, having firepower up there is okay, but you need to provide the ammunition.
As Ballylanders back on the attack here with Tom O'Dwyer giving the ball in, looking for Jimmy Barry Murphy now, lined up again by Kevin McMahon, who was down a couple of moments ago before that kick out with injury. And it's a free in for Ballylanders. A foul on Stevie Fox by Killian Ferris, and a chance now for either Owen O'Mahony or Jimmy Barry Murphy to increase Ballylanders' lead to 8 points, Matt.
Yeah, it's a very, very difficult angle. From what we see at the moment, it looks to me that just Jimmy Barry Murphy is going to take it on. Or is it Kieran Kelly? No, it is actually Kieran Kelly. He's taking it on. Jimmy Barry Murphy, he's gone in around the house.
It's Kelly from a very difficult angle here. He just slotted one over moments ago on the run. Can he take this one from a stationary position? He lines this up. It's a high one. It's a fine strike. And straight over the bar from Kieran Kelly. A fantastic score. Extends Ballylanders' lead to 1-9 to 5 points. Matt, again, every chance Ballylanders seem to be getting is going straight over the bar.
Yeah, I think that was a sublime execution, because it was no more than 20 metres out. It was way out on the left, only just a couple of metres in from the far sideline, and he judged it to absolute perfection. An absolutely excellent score by Kieran Kelly.
Mark Rannan wins a free here for Ballysteen, who badly need to get back into this contest, I should say. On the run is Killian Ferris. Ferris inside to Matt O'Mara. O'Mara now under pressure as Ballysteen transfer it quickly. It's Willie O'Mara that has a go in the end. It's O'Mara that looks to be tailing left, and it's well left of the goal. It hasn't even gone out. Now it has, according to the umpire, down at the town end, and it's another wide for Ballysteen. Kind of shot to nothing there from Willie O'Mara, hoping it might go over. It didn't.
Yeah, it didn't. Ballylanders taking a quick kick out. Jonathan Hayes doesn't seem to be satisfied with it, and he's asked Declan O'Connor to retake it. Takes it short this time to Jason Lee.
And Jason Lee comes away with the ball for Ballylanders. Looks inside where Stephen Walsh, captain of this Ballylanders side, is. Stephen Walsh now loses possession of it under pressure from Sean Whelan, but with all his years of experience, he easily gains possession of it again. Back again, Brian O'Connell then lays it off to Kieran Kelly, and there's pace and time here if Brian O'Connell can get this ball. It's a 50-50 challenge between Willie O'Mara and Brian O'Connell, and it's a line ball to Ballysteen is the final decision. Ball played across now to Packy Moore now up to Matt O'Mara, and on again then as Ballysteen come back with Conor Enright. Conor Enright now lays the ball off to James O'Mara. O'Mara now, 4 Ballylanders players facing him as he looks to bring the ball forward, lays it off again to Whelan. Whelan under severe pressure. Great effort from Ballylanders from a defensive point of view. Matt O'Mara forced to bring it back to Conor Enright now. Enright will have to bring it left. No options for him right just to reignite this attack. It's inside to Ferris. Ferris with a great ball in for Mark Ryan. Goal chance here from Ballysteen. It's a push in the back by Brian O'Connell. Penalty for Ballysteen. A huge chance for them to get back into this game. Matt O'Callaghan.
Yeah, it was a beautiful pass into Mark Ranahan, and I honestly think it was an easy decision for Jonathan Hayes. It looked a clear penalty from here, but I suppose was he left with any option? It had goal written all over it, but is he going to take further action here? No, I think he's satisfied that the penalty might be enough, and I would imagine who will take this penalty now? Matt Ranahan is down.
I think at this stage Brian O'Connell has been shown a black card. We didn't see it ourselves, but Brian O'Connell's walking over towards us here at the moment. Seems to have been handed a black card for that push on Mark Ranahan. I suppose it did deny a goal. 50-50 call.
Yeah, I suppose it did. It looks as if Brian is taking the long walk at the moment, and he will play he'll certainly play no further part in this game. He can't be replaced now until the next break in play. And
the one thing is for sure here, though, Brian O'Connell will be a huge loss for Ballylanders, and if Ballysteen can find it looks to be Packy Moore that's lining this up. We'll get back to that in a second. But if Ballysteen took this away.
This is unusual. Packy Moran, obviously they know what they're doing. You would have thought that with finishers like Mark Ranahan on the field and Danny Neville, but obviously Packy Moran must.
And it's Moran that buries it into that corner. Sublime finish from Packy Moran, and that brings Ballysteen to within 5 points again, 110 to 1-5 in favour of Ballylanders. Much needed goal with 29 minutes on the clock, Matt.
Yeah, badly needed goal, and if there was such a thing as a perfect penalty, I think that was as near as you'll get to it.
Michael O'Rourke is the man who's come on for Ballylanders in place of the black-carded Brian O'Connell, as Owen Mahoney wins that kick out. Low ball in, looking for Owen Walsh. Walsh has it now, leaves it after Froon, and Froon's away again. Takes on Conor Enright, beats Conor Enright. Danny Froon shot, that one is wide. It was wide from the moment he hit it, and a chance for Danny Froon. The first one he's missed, Matt, to be fair. Can't argue with him taking it on.
No, he's on form, and they were going over, and you would expect him when a fella's in a rich vein of form like that he would take it on. But if you were looking for the real McCoy wides, it was one.
as Packy Moran takes control of this kick out, short enough kick out. Moran leaves it off to Willie O'Mara, and Moran again. It's Ballysteen now visibly lifted by that goal with James O'Mara. James O'Mara all the way over here in tons of space was John O'Shaughnessy. He had to sprint to get to the ball. Not the best hand passer. He loses possession with O'Shaughnessy, but flicks it back inside to Danny Neville, and Ballylanders do just enough to come away with it. It's a late hit on Tom O'Dwyer there. Advantage being played, and it's Owen O'Mahony who has the ball for Ballylanders. Ballylanders now. Stevie Fox give it across on a Darragh Rannan intercepted. A goal chance here for Danny Neville. Maybe Neville has it. He's men inside if he can get it away to him. Ballylanders quick to open him. It comes to Matt O'Mara. That's a foot block by Stevie Fox. That will be another free from Ballysteen. And Matt, a perfect chance to reduce the lead to 4 just coming up to half time.
Yeah, it's a fantastic response from Ballysteen. Like they will if this goes over, and I've no reason to believe that it won't, in very quick time, in jig time, they will have reduced the lead from 8 to 4, and this will be a major fill-up for Ballysteen going in at half time, because had Ballylanders held out for an 8-point lead, certainly the mentors behind Ballysteen, this will change the team talk anyway.
And it should do anyways. Ranhan lines this one up from 14 metres. Should be relatively straightforward, and it is. Powers it over the bar. That makes the score Ballylanders 110, Ballysteen 16. We played 31 and a half minutes of this opening half of this Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter final in Kilmallock. Earlier on today, Monaleen had a comfortable win over St. Kieran's in the first game here in Kilmallock. In the lead up to half time, it's Owen O'Mahony on the ball for Ballylanders. He wins a free, looking to take it quick but isn't allowed. And referee Jonathan Hayes very particular about where Owen O'Mahony's taking that free from. Technically correct, but should have probably let it go. O'Mahony slows it down now anyway. And no rush to take it. Takes it short in the end for Kieran Kelly. Back to O'Mahony. 32 minutes played now as O'Mahony launches one. Owen Walsh will do well to keep this one in play. Indeed, it's gone over the sideline on this far side. Over 2.5 minutes nearly played now, Matt, as Ballysteen look to launch one more attack before referee Jonathan Hayes blows his half-time whistle. Indeed, that is the half-time whistle. Half-time here in Kilmallock. Ballylanders lead 110 to 16 over Ballysteen. And Matt, you've already mentioned it, Ballysteen will be delighted to win at half-time, only 4 points down.
They will, and at the same time, Ballylanders will be quite happy to hear the half-time whistle, because certainly Ballysteen had got a bit of a run on them, and like the sharpness and the finesse that they had shown for the first 20 minutes seemed over the last 10 minutes a bit to have deserted them, but that was due in part, and no small part, to Ballysteen upping the tempo and upping the work rate and becoming a bit sharper and cutting out the mistakes and the unforced error. They probably, it's their first time here with a number of years at this level. I suppose you could excuse it for being a little nervous early on, but like certainly all the focus in the first 20 minutes seemed to be with Ballylanders. They could do no wrong. They did an awful lot of things right, but like now that the margin has been cut back to 4 points, we're in for an interesting second half.
In Ballysteen, Ballylanders leading 110 to 16 at half time. We've one switch, Matt O'Callaghan will fill you in here in any moment now. What's the change, Matt? It's on the Ballysteen side.
Changes on the Ballysteen side, and it's the very experienced Shane Gallagher who has come into the game. He's come in at centre back in place of Paddy Vaughan, who was at midfield, and it looks as if Packy Moran, who was at centre back in the first half, is now partnering James O'Mara at midfield.
And referee Jonathan Hayes about to get us underway, and we are underway for the second half as the aforementioned Packy Moran takes possession and launches one. It's an easy one for Stephen Walsh, well read. Danny Neville was in behind, hoping for a slip from Stevie Walsh, but he's way too experienced to let that happen, and Walsh comes away with a good run, finds Kieran Kelly now with possession for Ballylanders in the opening stages of this second half. Back inside, it was a good challenge there from Rannan, from John O'Shaughnessy. blown up for bringing it. The challenge was fine. He was blown up for handling the ball on the ground, and Ballylanders free, which will be taken by Liam Martin. Liam Martin gives it a short one to Kieran Kelly, and Kelly now takes off. Kelly beats one, decides not to take on the second, and gives it back to Martin. Martin spots the run of Stevie Fox, and Fox takes possession. Low ball from Stevie Fox into Jimmy Barry Murphy. Uses his strength to hold off Conor Enright, and Jimmy Barry Murphy's on the run here, heading towards the end line. Murphy with a bit of a jink. Chance on, taps it over the bar, fisted point. In fact, it's wide. It's a wide, big chance for Jimmy Barry Murphy. Looked to have gone over. Matt, he'll be very disappointed to have not finished that off.
He will be very disappointed, but I'm not so sure was it the right option, because he was very, very much on the in line. Now, you were into miracle territory in trying it there. I would have thought. I would have thought probably the play there was to get it into the danger area, because I didn't think the chance was on from what we saw here.
And it's Ballysteen or Ballylanders back with the ball. It's Jason Lee, of course, who's playing corner back. Jonathan Hayes isn't leaving this one go anyway. It'll be some breaking play here. Is Jonathan Hayes again not happy where the ball was taken. Jason Lee will retake it. We'll just move on from that one very quickly. Lee lining up his options, gives it long. That's going to go out over the same end line, and poor enough from Jason Lee on that occasion, Matt.
Yeah, but you mentioned Jason Hayes there. He's a relatively new referee, and he has stepped up to this level. Jonathan Hayes has stepped up this year, and from what we've seen here for the first 35 minutes, he's completely in control of the situation. Now he is pretty strict, but you can't argue with somebody that's strict. Once he's strict on both sides, he's consistent.
Completely agree with you there, Matt, as Jonathan Hayes moves this free in further due to Conor Ranhan throwing the ball away after handling it on the ground. Be a relatively easy one for Kieran Kelly, especially given the one he pointed in the first half from a much more difficult angle. He hit that one high and it went straight over the black spot. We'll see what he does with this one. A couple of hops for Kieran before he takes a decision about what he's going to do. He keeps this one low. It's the same result though for Kieran Kelly, and that's the first score of the second half. Puts Ballylanders into a 5-point advantage. They lead Ballysteen 111-16 in this Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter-finaling. Brought to you here in Kilmallock by Sporting Limerick on their YouTube channel. 5-point lead again.
Yeah, Ballylanders certainly will be happy with it. But Ballysteen, whilst they finished the first half with a bit of a flourish, they certainly are slow in coming out of the traps now. I know there's only 3 minutes gone, but they have left Ballylanders grab an early initiative. Now this is a free that's certainly within Jimmy Barry Murphy's compass, and this will be 2 frees that they will have conceded and early on, and it possibly put them into a 6-point deficit, which there'll be a bit of work to do.
It's Jimmy Barry Murphy about to line this one up. We apologise if you heard any bad language there in the background. We're absolutely no control of that as Murphy lines this free up from, we'll say 40 metres, Matt, close enough, 35 to 40 anyway. It's one definitely within his compass range, albeit kicking into a bit of a breeze.
Yeah, breeze, I'd say that probably has freshened a bit since we came here earlier in the day. Now he's teeing it up, and the same result.
Absolutely no problem for Jimmy Barry Murphy, and he kicks Ballylanders into a 6-point lead. 112-16 in their favour after 4 minutes of this second half. Poor enough start for Ballysteen. Of course, Ballylanders lost Brian O'Connell in the first half to a black card for a penalty that was brilliantly dispatched by Packy Moore, and that accounted for the Ballysteen goal as Ballylanders win another free, and as Jimmy Barry Murphy has the ball now, he's Danny Froon outside, and Danny Froon's in space, and that's not a good idea because Danny Froon invariably is capable of tapping them over the bar, and once again Danny Froon shows his qualities. 7-point lead now, Matt, and a fantastic start to this second half for Ballylanders.
Yes, he has certainly recaptured his touch. It might have lost it there briefly before half time, but that's 1-4 from play from Danny Froon is an excellent return. But Jimmy Barry Murphy that laid it on. Jimmy Barry Murphy, he captained Ballylanders to victory in the 2014 final, and he had an excellent year. But I would honestly think that the influence that he's exerting on the present team is absolutely enormous. The positive influence that he's bringing, and the leadership that he's bringing in an attack, and you can see there. John O'Shaughnessy is kicking wide at the other end. You can see that his involvement and how he involves other players. He's a real leader. He's a go-to man in that Ballylanders attack. Plus, we've seen him from the frees. All right, he missed that one that we spoke about after half time, but certainly this year I think it has been one of his best years for a long time.
Just before that wide from John O'Shaughnessy with Liam Martin picking up a yellow card for Ballylanders, and it's Ballylanders on the ball again, just on their own 45 metre line. It's Stevie Walsh takes possession from Kieran Kelly. That's Walsh now moving forward. He's Mark O'Connell back across the Walsh, under a bit of pressure from Mark Rannan. Takes the option to give it to Liam Martin instead. And away come Ballylanders with Jimmy Barry Murphy, who Matt just told of his influence on this Ballylanders team. It's Murphy under pressure from Sean Whelan. He checks back onto his left foot, launches it, a beautiful ball in to Walsh. Owen Walsh, that is Mark O'Connell now. It's Jason Lee on his outside, decides not to. Under pressure now from Packy Moore. And it's Jason Lee now. It's opened up a little bit for Jason Lee. It's into Owen Walsh. Walsh decides to tap it over the bar. Struck it well. It was always going over the bar, and that Ballylanders in full control of this game.
They're in full control, and here we have the first half all over again. What have we? Less than 7 minutes. They did it in 5 minutes in the first half, scored 4 points. They have scored 4 points, and they now lead by 114 to 16. And like the gap is becoming big. We're into the second half. We'll be soon midway through the second half, and like certainly it was obvious from very early on in this second half that the Ballysteen did not come out and pick up where they left off before half-time.
Whatever worked at the Ballylanders dressing room at half-time, the half-time team talk has worked a treat. As Jimmy Barry Murphy, bit of a pot shot with that one. It's kept in play by Conor Rannan, so it won't go down as a wide. And Ranhan plays the ball out to James O'Mara. Ballysteen have had very little possession in the opening 8 minutes of the second half, as Willie O'Mara tries to launch an attack for them. Shane Gallagher was on the run on his right hand shoulder, but he decides to keep on going, gives it to Ranhan. Dara Ranhan now. In fact, it's John O'Shaughnessy with the ball, and that's back to Dara Rannan. Rannan, beautiful ball in from Rannan, but it's well blocked out by Stevie Walsh. Danny Neville decides to keep it in play. Good control from Neville to even get that ball up. He's faced by 2 players now, Tom O'Dwyer and Stevie Walsh, and it's a free given. Danny Neville takes it quickly inside to Mark Rannan. Rannan has the strike, and it's tailing to the right, and Wyden has a score that Ballysteen badly needed, one that Rannan was capable of getting, but Matt ultimately stays at 8 points.
Yeah, it stays at 8 points. It's 8 minutes into the second half. You probably have to say it was their first meaningful attack. They will be disappointed with the outcome of it. Like Ballylanders have been as clinical so far in the second half as they were for the first 20 minutes of the first half, and basically, you know, they just need probably to contain Ballysteen now, and don't let them build up any kind of momentum. But Ballylanders are on top.
As Mark O'Connell takes possession, but he's unable to take hold of it after a fantastic Ballylanders move. It's a good run from Jason Lee, and in the end it's a free from Ballylanders. Or free for Ballysteen, I should say, given away by Mark O'Connell and Jonathan Hayes. He's having a word with Mark O'Connell and produces a yellow card for him. There's a man down the Ballylanders team right in front of us. We can't quite see who it is at the moment, but it'll be a break in play. In fact, it is Owen Martin who's down. You see from here, he's complaining with a issue with his head, I think, but little mark on his right eye anyway, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Referee Jonathan Hayes consulting with his linesman. He's calling Mark Rannan back. Mikey Brown, the linesman here. Mark Rannan claims he's the wrong man, like every other player who's ever been called over by the referee.
The Ballylanders sideline down here in front of us were animated from the start. Now we followed the play and we followed the other incident, but obviously there was something that they weren't happy with, because immediately they called the referee's attention to what had happened to Noel Martin, but happily, or to Owen Martin. Owen he's up and he's okay.
It's a yellow card either way from Mark Rannan. As Matt said, we didn't see the incident, but Ballysteen now on the attack with James O'Mara, back with play. O'Mara leaves it off. O'Shaughnessy hit by a huge shoulder by Jimmy Barry Murphy, who now unbelievably, and O'Shaughnessy could be in a bit of trouble here. He went in, and Jimmy Barry Murphy was the man fouled. O'Shaughnessy went in while Murphy was on the ground. This could be another card for Ballysteen, who, if they've any chance of staying in this game or making any kind of a comeback, they certainly need to keep 14 on the field, Matt.
They certainly need to. The referee now, he's doing some work here. It'll probably be a yellow, I would imagine. Yes, it is a yellow, but that's the second yellow now in the space of 2 minutes. You're right, John. Look, when you resort to that kind of stuff, you're losing the focus on the job, which is to play football and win a football match. And Ballylanders have stayed focused, but it just. What we had been talking about a couple of minutes ago about the influence of Barry Murphy, I think it was seen there where he was back 13 metres from his own goal.
He's been operating there for the last 5 or 6 minutes of Jimmy Barry Murphy right in front of his full back line. It's another free coming here for Ballylanders. This game just threatening to get out of control a little bit here. Ballysteen, frustrated Ballysteen sideline, feeling things aren't going their way. It's going to be another free as Jonathan Hayes checks on the Ballylanders man that's down. It's Owen O'Mahony that's down, I think, Matt.
It is Owen O'Mahony. You would have to say, though, John, that Jonathan Hayes was very close to the action there, and he obviously had a good view of what happened. He seems to be more concerned for the players' welfare at the moment, which he's okay. I don't think any bookwork is going to ensue. He's going to throw it in, actually.
Indeed he is. Jonathan Hayes restarting the game with a throw in here. He's asking a few of the players to leave the vicinity. That's Mark O'Connell that wins the ball, and he's fouled by Packy Moore, and it's Mark O'Connell gets on with it quickly. Would have been more advice to slow things down, as it's easily defended by Ballysteen. And they come forward again with Shane Gallagher finding Danny Neville. It's good play by Conor Enright to snuff out the attack, and Shane Gallagher, now former Limerick inter-county footballer, gives it back to Neville. Very well worked move by Ballysteen here, but in fact it was a good defending from Moss Kelly and Stevie Walsh that snuffed out the danger, and Ballylanders come away with the ball again.
Yeah, but Ballylanders will be slightly worried because Danny Neville got through half the field, and he got through a couple of tackles, and it was only just a lucky break that the ball spilled at the wrong time, or he was in on goal.
Kieran Kelly now launching an attack for Ballylanders. Kelly looks to find Owen O'Mahony, who's under pressure from Conor Enright. O'Mahony checks back onto his left, back onto his right now, and O'Mahony trying to beat Enright. He's got Danny Froon here. It'll be an easy one for Froon. That's another fantastic score for Ballylanders. Set up by Owen O'Mahony and again finished off by Danny Froon. Is that 1-5 now, Matt?
That's 1-5 from play, all from play, which is a tremendous return from Danny Froon. Like he's on fire. Like he in my book he was the man that rescued him against Napirshick when they were in trouble. When he's on fire, he's just irresistible. He's just a joy to watch, and the pace and the trouble he can cause to defences. But we really haven't seen Kieran Kelly getting the type of opportunities that Ballylanders create for him, if they can create the open spaces for him, because he's a speedster and he's a finisher. But certainly all the attention is on Danny Froon. But from a Ballysteen point of view, whatever attention they're paying to him, it ain't working.
Indeed it isn't, and Ballylanders certainly have to line here just from intermediate quarter final, and Gerald Griffins have beaten Mungreth 3-11 to 2-12. That puts them into a semi-final. As Ballysteen, we concentrate back on this huge win for them, and Ballysteen have a man down, but John Hayes is telling Conor Rannan to get on with things, and it's missed by Mark Ranahan here. It's Owen Martin with the ball in. It's Jimmy Barry Murphy now who's moved again. He's the unstoppable force at the moment. Walsh to Owen O'Mahony. Just off the post and over the bar. Another score from Ballylanders. It's now 10-point lead, and it's very much looking like Ballylanders have their place in the county semi-final, Matt.
Jimmy Barry Murphy's last two interventions in this game, I suppose 3 minutes apart, were on his own 13-metre line and on the Ballysteen 13-metre line. That will give you an idea of the amount of ground he's covering and the amount of influence he has. The way he laid off the ball there for a finish, for a vital point that pushes him. It pushes him absolutely 10 points clear at this stage, and you would have to say that it's a difficult road back for Ballysteen at this stage. It certainly is a long road.
Packy Moore launches one forward here for Ballysteen. It's taken by Neville. Neville takes on Stevie Walsh. He's not able to round Stevie Walsh. Good pressure by him. It's eventually given a free according to the referee. 16 minutes of the second half played. Ballysteen need more than a point. They're 10 points in it as Robert Whelan prepares to come onto the field for Ballysteen. It's Robert Whelan that's on as Mark Ranhan lines this one up. Injured player in the full back line that's been down for a few minutes from Ballysteen is the man to come off. We'll check who it is in a moment as Mark Ranhan lines up this free to put 9 points between the teams. He puts that one over the bar and it's 9 points in it, 116 to 1-7 in favour of Ballylanders. 16 and a half minutes played. I think it's Conor Enright indeed that's coming off for Ballysteen. 9 points in it as Declan O'Connor's in no rush to take this kick out for Ballylanders. Very impressive performance from the 2014 Limerick Senior Football Champions so far this evening. Declan O'Connor goes long, looks for Owen O'Mahony. Robert Whelan's first intervention in the game is to give away a free, and referee Jonathan Hayes brings it forward. O'Mahony into Kieran Kelly, marked tightly by O'Shaughnessy, but he finds Owen Walsh. Walsh back to Kelly. Jimmy Barry Murphy looks for it. Usually when Jimmy looks for it he gets it, but Kelly goes himself. He was tripped. Referee says no, it's going to be a free out. Jimmy Barry Murphy with the foul. Bit of a shemazel now, a couple of players on the ground. Jonathan Hayes blowing his whistle furiously, but some of the players not stop. More handbags than anything else, Matt, really.
Yeah, I don't think there was too much to it, but Barry Murphy was bottled up there, and there might be a card or two. But I'd say that might be the extent of it. Now he's calling over James O'Mara again, and he's calling Jimmy Barry Murphy. I think Jonathan Hayes again was very much up with the play. Now his linesman Trevor Mann has come in, I suppose, to offer his opinion as to what happened. There's certainly book work. The book is out. There seems to be two Ballylanders players there and a Ballysteen player. I'm just wondering, is there a Ballylanders player just being an interest? There's a straight red.
It's a red card here for Ballylanders. And Jimmy Barry Murphy has still been talked to. It's a yellow card for Jimmy Barry Murphy, but there's a red card on the Ballylanders team. It must have been for something. Third man in as Jack Neville enters the fray for Ballysteen. It's Danny Froon, yeah. Danny Froon is the man who's been sent off here for Ballylanders. It must have been for something off the ball, Matt. Jack Neville is on the field anyway for Ballysteen. He's gone in corner forward. As Ballysteen now, maybe a bit of lift for them as we get back with play. Sean Whelan in acres of space here as Ballylanders try to readjust after having a man sent off. It's back to Danny Neville. Neville goes on the outside. There's four Ballylanders players around him. It's a shot from Whelan. It's a goal for Ballysteen. There was four players around Danny Neville. He sucked in for him, offloaded to Whelan. Whelan buried it, and Matt, a glimmer of hope for Ballysteen.
Yeah, certainly a glimmer of hope. Ballylanders are now down to 14 players. Their talisman for the day, Danny Froon, after scoring 1-5, has been shown a straight red. And now they have conceded a goal at the other end, which will give huge hope to Ballysteen. Now, Jack Neville, I think, came on as a sub there. I didn't see who went off.
Matt O'Mara that went off. Matt. Back with play now as Owen O'Mahony does brilliantly to win the kick out. And then his foul off the ball. There's another little flash incident here. Owen O'Mahony's just looking back onto it. Get back involved as Jason Daly gets involved with Jimmy Barry Murphy off the ball. It's all getting a little bit tense and unsavoury here in Kilmallock at the moment. A little bit hot under the collar on a few occasions, but referee Jonathan Hayes is in control of it as much as he possibly can be. He's not being helped by both sets of players at the moment. It's another yellow card. This time it's the Ballysteen substitute Robert Whelan who's been shown the card. It's going to be a free to Ballylanders, you'd imagine. It's Owen Mahoney that's down. A needless free, Matt. And as I said earlier, Ballysteen are going to get back into this game. They need to keep 14 on the field. Ballylanders have already had a man sent off.
They've had a 14 or keep 15 on the field. Ballylanders are down to 14. They're numerically challenged at this stage now. They've been in this situation already this year, and they have withstood it against Monaleen. But what would be hugely significant, John, if they hold out here, the straight red card to Danny Froon could mean he'd missed the county semi-final, which would be huge disappointment and a huge loss with the type of form the type of absolutely irresistible form that he's in today. Now, okay, they'll have Brian O'Connell, and of course the big man is still here. He's walking here in front of us at the moment, and I'm sure before the game is out, Kieran O'Callaghan, that he will make some appearance just as we speak. I think, is he going back in to take off his tracksuit? I'm not sure.
Ballysteen have made another sub with that breaking play. Willie O'Mara has gone off, and it's Morris Summers that has entered the fray for them as Ballysteen take possession with James O'Mara. He leaves it off to Robert Whelan. Whelan now back outside to John O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy gives it long, looking for Danny Neville. Neville's unable to win it. It's a soft enough free. It's from a Ballylanders point of view on Stephen Walsh and Danny Neville. Now Stevie Walsh is already on a yellow. So the last thing Ballylanders need now is to reduce to 13. Danny Neville is pleading his case that it's happening all day. Stevie disagrees. Either way, it's Mark Ranahan lining up this free for Ballysteen.
Yeah, and you would have to think that it's within Mark Ranahan's compass, and suddenly a 10-point lead is going to be whittled down to 5, and with what about just under 8 minutes of normal time left, and there's going to be a bit of additional time, could be 3 or 4 minutes. It could be game on. That is excellent goalkeeping by Declan O'Connor.
Brilliant catch from Declan O'Connor from Mark Ranahan's free. It was there to be claimed, but O'Connor came out and did the business. Superb bit of leadership from the goalkeeper there, Matt.
Absolutely superb. Look, he went for it, and there was only one player going to get it. That was a tremendous catch by Declan O'Connor.
O'Connor was fouled after collecting that ball. He restarts the game with the free. Michael O'Rourke and him lay on possession. He's lost the ball as O'Connor, so Shaughnessy now. Chance for Ballysteen. Chance for Marion, and brilliantly blocked. Ranahan again gives it across. Morris Summers with his first touch of the ball gets another goal for Ballysteen. And Declan O'Connor goes from 0 to 0 in a matter of seconds. Brilliantly blocked and caught Mark Ranahan's ball. Then a terrible mistake to come out, soloing with the ball, dispossessed by O'Shaughnessy. The initial shot was stopped by Stevie Walsh, and the goal came across to Morris Summers, and Summers, Matt, he's been doing that for a long time. He wasn't going to miss a chance like that.
Oh no, he was not going to look a gift tossing them out. Look, it's really game on here at this stage. It's what have we have 6 minutes left. Now the leaders have to stand up to Ballylanders and do it all over again.
It's Ballysteen with the ball again with Whelan up to Connor. Jack Neville has the ball into James O'Mara goes long again. Sean Whelan's in space here. Whelan chance to can he put it over the bar? Opted to take it on. Neville, they're going for goals. They're Ballysteen. Neville comes back out for Mark Ranahan. Ranahan shoots. It's gone to the left and wide. Ballylanders 116 to 3-7 ahead with 24 minutes of the second half played, Matt. Ballysteen have the extra man, but it's all Ballysteen.
It's all Ballysteen. We're in for a very, very exciting last 6 minutes. That was a sublime ball that was played by James O'Mara from around the middle, and he peeked out Sean Whelan in an advanced position. It was some excellent play by James O'Mara. James O'Mara, of course, who played with the county for a number of years, has been an influential figure in the last 10 or 15 minutes, and he's on the ball again.
So O'Mara again gives it Danny Neville. Another goal chance. Great save, Declan O'Connor out for a 45. As Matt said, brilliant from James O'Mara in the build-up. Laid it off to Neville, and a fantastic save from Declan O'Connor, who's now remained down injured on the ground. I'm not sure what he blocked that with. It was a combination of hand and head, I think. Yeah, confirmation in the commentary box that indeed it was his face. That all goalkeepers have to put themselves on the line, and that's exactly what Declan O'Connor did on that occasion. Brave save, Matt, looking to make up from the mistake he made for the last goal.
Yeah, certainly. I suppose he was entitled to that bit of leeway because of the save he made in the first half. An absolutely tremendous save, and that's another tremendous save. Plus the very dangerous ball there, where he literally bossed the square when that ball came in, which was fantastic.
And the 45 taken by Mark Rennan. Again, he's off target with it. Ballysteen need to be getting these chances, albeit difficult one for Mark Rennan. 3 points between the teams as we head to the 26th minute of this second half of this Limerick Senior Football Championship, live on Sporting Limerick's YouTube channel, as Declan O'Connor prepares to take this kick out again. Ballylanders badly in need of a score, down to 14 men, missing Danny Froon since he was shown a straight red card. He'd won 5 to his name before that incident. As all Ballysteen since that moment, as Robert Whelan takes control. He's made a difference as he's come into the game. James O'Mara now with it. Gives it across, and it's Shane Gallagher, the vastly experienced Shane Gallagher with the ball. He's O'Shaughnessy on his right. O'Shaughnessy now running towards goal. Gives it into Sean Whelan. Whelan onto his left. Another goal chance here. Whelan, it's wide! Huge chance for Ballysteen. Great move in the build-up from Ballysteen. Absolutely excellent play. Brilliant link-up play from Gallagher, O'Shaughnessy, then into Whelan. Whelan cut into his left. He had a go with his right and just a yard or two wide.
Yeah, and he's been very, very, very impressive this evening. He's Sean Whelan. Now Ballylanders are after bringing in the very, very experienced James Kirby for Liam Martin, and it's a case of, I'd say, Liam has left everything on the pitch at this stage.
Indeed, he has a huge performance put in by Liam Martin in the middle of midfield. As Owen Mahoney. That's a free for Ballylanders. Owen Mahoney's attempted pass, looking for Moss Kelly, was intercepted by Morris Summers, but our referee Jonathan Hayes has brought it back for an earlier foul. You get a sense that it's just Ballylanders holding on here in the final moments of this game. 27 minutes played here in Kilmallock. And Declan O'Connor with possession of the ball. He's under a bit of pressure. Gives it back to Jimmy Barry Murphy. Jimmy now decides to go across his goals again. Cool as a cucumber, Declan O'Connor, despite that mistake that cost the goal only minutes ago. Michael O'Rourke now gives a 50-50 hand pass, and it's Ballysteen who have possession of the ball. It's going to be another free for them. Pull on the shoulder and the neck of James O'Mara. Chance for Mark Rannan. He takes it quick. Danny Neville in possession now. Danny Neville left footed, bit of a pot shot. Tail him right to the wide. Kind of rushed that effort to Danny Neville, and it's gone to the right. Another wide for Ballysteen.
Yeah, and they'll be disappointed with it because the clock is winding down now. There are 2 minutes of normal time left exactly. I think the referee will probably add on about 3, I would imagine, possibly maybe 5, and because there were a number of stoppages, and we had the Schmozzle and the Schmozzler 2, I suppose, and he's going to allow for all that. Ballylanders still have a bit of work to do to close it out. I was expecting that Kieran O'Callaghan was going to come on, but he would come on in a forward position at the moment. I think it's a backs to the wall for Ballylanders at the moment.
Owen Mahoney with a great catch from that kick up, but it's Ballysteen with possession once more. And it's Dara Ranhan now with the ball. Great ball, and there's room here for Morris Summers. Summers looking for a goal, might be better off taking a point. Into Danny Neville, it's another goal for Ballysteen. And it's all square here in Kilmallock. A wonderful comeback from Ballysteen. Brilliantly dispossessed. A great ball in from Dara Rannan into the wide open Morris Summers. He could have tapped it over the bar to reduce the lead to 2. Instead he flicked it across to Danny Neville, who was waiting at the edge of the square. Absolutely no issue. We're all square here in Kilmallock. 1:16 to 4-7, Matt, and with 29 minutes 15 seconds played, all to play for.
Certainly all to play for, and you would have to say now that the momentum is very, very, very much with Ballysteen at the moment. And look, they were going for goals and they got the goals. They've got 3 of them.
And in again here, it's Danny Neville with possession. Decides to give it back to Rannan. Mark Rannan now back to Danny Neville. Neville under pressure. Back inside to Mark Rannan. Not many options for Mark Rannan here, and he gets the half shot away. And it's good defending from Ballylanders, who will need to come down the field. They haven't scored since being reduced to 14 men when Danny Froome was sent off. But again, Ballysteen through Jack Neville win possession of the ball. Neville now, and he's fouled by Stevie Walsh. Brilliant play by Jack Neville to win a free deep in the corner, and another chance for Ballysteen. Ballysteen to take the lead.
Yeah, it's a very difficult angle. Now it looks as if Danny Neville is going to take it on. As far as we can see down here on our extreme right, it's right out on the sideline. Meanwhile, Kieran O'Callaghan is coming on for Ballylanders, and we'll see who is going off.
I'm just waiting for Danny Neville to take this free now for Ballysteen. It's from a very, very acute angle. He's looking to pass it instead. Gives it short and takes possession back again. It's into Packy Moran. Moran with a shot to put Ballysteen into the lead, and Ballysteen have come back to go 1 point ahead in this Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter-final game in Kilmallock. Excellent play from Ballysteen. Time is up. We've played a minute of injury time. They lead by 1. Excellent score from Packy Moran, Matt, and it looks at this juncture that Ballysteen are heading to the last 4.
It looks, and the momentum is all with him, and it all turned on that 1 minute midway through the half there when Danny Froome was shown a straight red, and when Ballysteen went down and instantly got a goal, and it kick-started what we thought at that stage, we have to admit, was an unlikely Ballysteen revival. But like once they got on the front foot and put Ballylanders on the hind foot, they really pressed the throttle.
Maybe one last chance here for Ballylanders to level it. It's a free, and it's a chance. Huge chance here. Jimmy Barry Murphy's clean through and goals. He's got O'Callaghan inside. Jimmy Barry Murphy, go for Ballylanders! From nowhere, Ballylanders have retaken the lead here. Their first attack since Danny Froome's red card, and Ballylanders have astonishingly gone back in front, 2-16 to 4-8. Over 2 minutes injury time played. Jimmy Barry Murphy, Matt's mentioned it on several occasions, a key man for Ballylanders, and Matt, he's popped up once again.
He has maybe come to the rescue. Dare we say it? There's such excitement in this game, and there's such end-to-end stuff now, although that was the one occasion that they went into the Ballysteen half, and Jimmy Barry Murphy, he just showed all his experience, and in unleashing the shot at just the right time, right across the goalkeeper. Here we have danger again here at this side.
Whelan has it now, taking the pass from Danny Neville, but Ballylanders are back to crowd him, and they come away with the ball. And Jonathan Hayes is blown up. I'm not sure what happened there. There's a Ballysteen man down.
I think it's concerned.
We've played over 3 minutes of injury time here as referee Jonathan Hayes has given a free to Ballylanders, you have to think at this stage. Yes, it is. It's a free as Ballysteen have one player down in front of us here. Just mentioning Jimmy Barry Murphy a moment ago. He's absolutely on his feet. He's still looking for possession here down in front of us here. But so O'Rourke has it for Ballylanders. Back to Stevie Walsh as they're trying to play out time. Over 3.5 minutes played of injury time. And referee Jonathan Hayes has blown up time. A huge win for Ballylanders. They've come out victorious in this quarter-final game against Ballysteen thanks to Jimmy Barry Murphy's last gasp goal, 2-16 to 4-8. But Matt, they got an almighty fright.
Yeah, they got an almighty fright. They certainly got a wake-up call, and you just wonder how many wake-up calls they have to get. They certainly got one against Napirsik, and they looked for long periods, for 20 minutes of the first half, and I suppose for a quarter of an hour in the second half, as if they had really learned, and because some of the football that they played was very exciting. It was very good football. They got some great scores. They had a great spread of scores, but suddenly in 1 minute, 2 minutes, it all changed, and the whole dynamic of the game changed with the red card, first of all, to Danny Froon, and then immediately, to compound our woes, you had Ballysteen going straight down and getting a goal, and for the first time that Ballysteen really got on the front foot, and when they went on the front foot, they turned the screw, and like. It was no surprise with the way they were playing and the way they were coming forward in droves that they got further goals, that they clawed it back. And from a Ballylanders point of view, right at the death there, when Packy Moran kicked it over, it looked as if the unthinkable was about to happen. That a side that appeared to be cruising into the semi-final were suddenly seeing their championship hopes slipping away from them. But in one break, and we had spoken earlier about the influence of Jimmy Ballymurphy, and I suppose it was never more pronounced or never more as enormous as it was out there today, apart from the goal. But the goal was, what a fitting way to win a quarter-final. But you have to spare a thought for Ballysteen. I would say I was putting it down in the first half that they were stage struck, being at this stage of the competition, for the first time in a while. But in the second half, it looked as if the momentum that they had on the run up to half time, when they closed the gap from 8 points to 4 going in at half time, which was suddenly much more manageable, that they had left that momentum behind them when they came out, and Ballylanders eased into a 116 to 1-6 lead. And little did we think at that stage that Ballylanders would only get a last minute goal to win the match. That's what that's what transpired. With thrills, with spills, with excitement, with schmozzles, we had goals, we had a full-blooded championship contest. Ballylanders will probably consider themselves fortunate to be in the last four. Hard luck on Ballysteen.
Fortunate indeed for Ballylanders. And Matt, on the other scheme of things, we now know the last four of the competition. Adair and Newcastle West have been joined by Ballylanders and Monaghan after today's games. I've been John Keoghan, Sporting Limerick YouTube channel. Thanks to Matt O'Callaghan for his co-commentary today. We'll be back soon for another round next week for the Limerick Senior Hurling Championship quarter final.